Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, it feels like it's been a while since I recorded a podcast episode. Like, obviously, I pre-record episodes and post them daily, but no, it's been a few days. I haven't really been, like, talking on nothing. I'm trying to think, when was the last time I did record a podcast episode? Watch it not been that long ago. Hold on for a second. When did I record this? It's so weird, like, because I just remember back in the day, it's like you could just search up March 29th. So it was just 2 days ago. It don't feel like it was 2 days ago. It felt like it was a lot longer than that. It felt like it was a little bit more than 2 days ago. So I don't know, man. Maybe it was, but anyways, no, I actually wanted to talk on haters for a little bit because that's one thing that I have noticed, and I have said it before, more so with my biggest hater, that when a hater sees a bigger threat, they kind of run and hide. Like, they can't really, unless it's like they have an army or even a group of friends that can jump to their defense. Yeah, for the most part, haters, they run and hide when there's a bigger threat. And I say that because I've seen it so many different times. And yeah, just even talking on my biggest hater. So for those that don't know, if you are a new listener to my podcast, new subscriber. So there was a hater where actually in 20 minutes, it would officially mark 10 years since, well, not because it wasn't April 1st, it was like April something. I will have to look at when exactly he uploaded the first video about me, but as far as the like month wise, yeah, it's been 10 in 20 minutes, it'll be 10 years since he's just had it out for me and stuff. And no, it was funny because that was always the case with him, where he wanted to be, I guess he wanted his argument to matter more than anybody else's. And when you look at a lot of times, like when his argument took off, is because he had people backing him up. But eventually it did get to a point where those people, they abandoned him and jumped ship, because he decided that it would be a good idea because everybody supported his argument. And it was funny because the one time where people didn't have his back, it seemed like that people should have, but no, you really got to see how vulnerable he was, how scared he was, that when it came down to actually answer questions that put him in a corner, he didn't know how to answer them. And so yeah, but he thought it was a good idea to do a video defending a pedophile. And yeah, and it backfired. Like, it's funny because that situation happened 2 years ago. He still hasn't recovered from it. Like, it's one of those things where I don't think he'll ever recover from it. It's going to be, because people, the way that they describe certain situations, like when you might have had like a little minor setback, a little stain on the shirt and things, it's overall one of those things where, I guess in his case, in his situation, it's your whole body is covered in a stain, bro. Like, there's no way possible for you to come back from this. Like, there's no way possible for you to recover from this. And it's funny because there was one particular content creator that goes, their YouTube channel name is the Op Block. And no, it was funny because let's actually go back a little bit. So over the years, when he had it out for me and he was sending his fans after me and doing any and everything that he can to ruin my stay as a content creator, no, that was one thing that he always wanted to do, was to debate me. And I never, and I know people have probably asked that question, like, did you give off that vibe as a debater? Like, no, like, the content that you see today is content that I have been posting for 10 years, like over 10 years, bro. Like, I've been a content creator for 16 years. I started content creating in 2010, and so I was like 13 at the time. And at the time, like, I remember I was just posting kind of like just gaming videos and stuff. I still post gaming videos to this day. Fast forward, I started doing some videos where I was just kind of like just sitting around talking on certain things that were trending, So I'm trying to think, like, for an example, that situation with that guy in Florida where he took them bath salts, and yeah, that was a pretty crazy story. But no, yeah, it's like, I think that was like one of the first few videos I did where I was just kind of talking about something. I still do that till this day. I started doing reaction videos in 2015. I still do reaction videos till this day. And I'm saying, like, the content that you see today is content that I've been doing for years. So and that's the thing. I don't do content to argue with people. Yeah, I might have like some content where it's like about debating. Like, for an example, I remember I did do this video and it's stuff that I want to debate about. I'm not going to debate you on something where you're going to have the upper hand because you already have your argument laid out. And I'm like, fam, I don't care for arguing about stuff that you don't like. Okay, if you don't like it and I do, how do you think an argument that you're in control of is going to change my mind? It's not. I'm still going to be feeling the same way. But anyways, no, so the one video I do remember where it was kind of a debating video was talking about Mustangs and Camaros. I'm in the cars, for those that don't know. And yeah, and it's content that I did just do a video. I need to upload that video because I do have a car channel. By the way, guys, go check out my car channel. It's called TMossBoss Motorsports, you know, so I am going to plug in my other content and stuff. But anyways, but no, overall though, like I never gave out that vibe that I wanted to debate people and stuff. So he comes up out of the woodworks. He's upset at the fact that I defended people that do reaction videos. And I just find it funny because when you see the reason why he got canceled, it was because he was defending a person. And so I don't know. I just always kind of find that funny. It's like, bro, how you going to get on somebody for defending a group of content creators that it wasn't even like the stuff that they were doing could get them canceled. But here it is. You're doing things, or no, you're defending somebody that's doing things that could get them canceled. But he is a pedophile himself, so that's why it's just, you know, pedophiles, they stick together when it comes to that conversation and stuff. He even said it himself. He talking about he has like weird fantasies when he's at a swimming pool with a 16-year-old girl and stuff, and I'm like, why are you? Yeah, you don't need to be out in public. I ain't even gonna go down in that route of questioning it and stuff. You don't need to be out in public. You need to be behind bars. That's where you need to be at. So, but anyways. No, so over the years, though, he always wanted to debate me. And I'm like, fam, I'm not going to debate you about something that you're not going to change my mind on. And I think that's what it was just overall the reaction videos. And I'm like, okay, you already have your mind made up about the reaction videos. At what point in time are you going to change my mind about reaction videos? Okay, hit me with your quote-unquote actual factuals and stuff. It's still not going to change my mind. You can tell me, oh, reaction videos were the, you know, number one, like, I guess, in line of content that was taken down off of YouTube. I guess there's just going to be certain people that I don't react to, but I'm still going to do reaction videos when there's an audience that still wants me to do reaction videos. And it's funny because I looked at, I was going through my community post on YouTube, and there was a poll that I had did years ago where I was like, do you guys want me to stop doing reaction videos or continue going? Fam, I have never seen like a poll of mine's, I guess, get so much, you know, attention and things. Cause yeah, usually when I do polls on social media, they don't really get all that attention and stuff. So yeah, I did that poll, and it was a lot. It was like well over 100 people that had. I think it was like 700 people. I have to check again. It might have been less. But anyways, I should just check right now. But I'm like having to go through all that. Honestly, hold on for a second. Let me just, since I brought it up, let me go ahead and try to find it and stuff. But anyways, but no, overall though, I was all like, I was tripping off of that because I'm like, bruh, I don't know. I just never thought that it would get that much attention. Is this it? Hold on for a second. Let me see. Nope, that's not it. That was like about something else. Oh, wait a minute. I think it was this one. 746 responses. And they don't let you know like how many people. So there's like the total has received 740 votes. 46 votes, and yeah, and it was like the majority of it was keep doing reactions, and it was like, so 94% of it was for me to keep doing reactions, and then the 6% was for me to stop doing reactions. And even if it did say to stop doing reactions, I still would have continued doing reaction videos. I'm like, all right, it's just the wrong people that are watching my videos and stuff. But overall though, I'm like, I never understood the hatred that he had for reaction videos. It wasn't even like people was reacting to his content. So that's why I always just kind of found it funny. I'm like, bruh, there is not one person, I guess, besides me. I don't think up until when he got canceled back in 2024, there was nobody doing reactions to his content. Like, you're not reaction worthy, you know? Like, if we're talking stealing content and all that stuff, trust me, you will never have to worry about, at the time being, you would have never had to worry about me stealing your content, because it's not content worth stealing. I know I'm not going to gain anything from, reacting to your videos and stuff. So, but no, after he did get canceled, I did take the time to react to his videos, and yeah, his argument skills, it was like, bruh, the only reason why you're good at arguments is because, and this is talking to my biggest hater, is because you had other people involved. And it's funny because there was one particular video where he was getting into it with somebody that I believe this was one of the people that he was stalking at VidCon. Yes, he did do that. So, but yeah, there was this whole thing about how 2 years in a row he was stalking. It was, I think, 2023 and 2024, it was 2023 and 2024, and he was just being weird, like following them, chasing them around and stuff. And I'm like, fam, you don't have a life that you can tend to and things. But anyways, so I think it was this individual where he was messaging them about going to VidCon. And then he was all like, and he said jokingly, quote unquote jokingly, he had asked them to come up to his room to have some drinks. And I'm like, fam, when you ask a question like that, even if you are just joking, you don't know how the person is going to take that joke. And it's funny because he tried to make it seem like that he wasn't going to do nothing, but it's like, okay, well, why would you ask a question like that? It's like, maybe if it was on some stuff where it's all like, hey, let's just get everybody and we can all just come back to my hotel room. Where if it's like a group of people, then okay, then it's a group of friends hanging out. So it's like, there ain't nothing to really worry about and things. There's a group of you guys, unless y'all is just weird like that and you guys want to have some old Diddy party or something, then yeah, that's your guys' lifestyle. But I don't think the group that he was messing with or stalking, I don't think that they're into that type of stuff. So, and they probably would have all declined. They were like, nah, man, you ain't gonna get us off up in that hotel room and kill us all. Like, no, you're that type of person where it's like you have like a stand trial build. Like you seem like the type where you're going to court because of some crazy crime or something. Like you don't strike me as a normal individual and things, So, but anyway, so he asked the girl to come up to his hotel room and have drinks. She declined. And then he made this weird comment talking about, oh, don't make it seem like that. I have a gun pointed at you and I was trying to force you to come up to my room. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you thinking that she's thinking that? Like, what's going on in your brain right now? And so, yeah, man, he is my biggest hater. He is weird. Like, for somebody that doesn't really know too much about him, just go and look at the content that I've done on him, or even just go and look up the content about him and stuff. I do call him the racist pedophile pimp because, his fans, they have like a prostitute mentality where he's the pimp, they're the prostitute, and they just listen to everything that he says and does. Like, there's no really, I guess, I'm trying to think, I guess like backbone amongst that community and stuff, because yeah, and I feel because when you really look at it, it's like his fans just be taking advantage of him. He also takes advantage of his fans. It's a toxic relationship, but it's definitely a pimp prostitute mentality going on over in that community and stuff. So, but no, overall though, I just found it funny that, going back to the Op Block guy, so Opblock wanted to debate the racist pedophile pimp. He, my biggest hater, aka just a robot, for those wondering what his name is and stuff, and you want to see his content, just see for yourself how bad his content is. But no, overall though, this content creator on his channel, the Opblock, he wanted to debate the racist pedophile pimp. And the racist pedophile pimp, he didn't want to debate. He ended up, so it was funny. They had the opportunity to talk to one another. They were in the same Discord call. And once when the my biggest hater, when he seen that he was in the call, he left. He jumped ship. And I'm like, man, I don't think I've ever seen a person leave a call so fast. But it's like, why did you leave that call? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid that he'll say to you? And it's funny because I think he was saying that he doesn't like the guy behind the Op Block channel. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, fam, that was me for the numerous years where I'm like, I don't want to be cool with you. I don't want to have a conversation with you and stuff. But it was like he was trying to force that, even when as far as to send one of his friends to try to get me and him to have a call. But it's like, you like to dominate conversations. I think that's what I was saying about the individual that, well, he was one of the individuals that he was stalking at VidCon. So there was this big, like, I don't think it was a live stream. I think it was just this long call. But anyways, all throughout the call, he's getting his roommate to chime in, and his roommate's not even a content creator. So it was like, why do you need your roommate to, fight your battles for you? And that was something that I had always said. And it was just so crazy how, like, when he got canceled, nobody was jumping to his defense. One person did jump to his defense, and it backfired in that guy's face. But other than that, his fans didn't jump to his defense. His other friends that he collaborated with over the years, they didn't jump to his defense. Former content creators and fans that wasn't really messing with them anymore, they wasn't jumping to his defense. Nobody was jumping to his defense. It almost felt like, it's like, dang, bro, it's like people were wanting this to happen. They were waiting for your downfall. And I mean, it was rightfully deserved. All the, like, I guess, damage he has done to people and their content and their channels, and just, like all the stuff that he did to people over the years, he deserves what he got. So that's why I was all like, yeah, when he got canceled, I didn't care. I'm like, oh man, that's unfortunate. Anyways, I'm like, check out me on Twitch and my gaming channel and my reaction videos and the music that I'm working on and any and everything else that's attached to the TMossBoss name. But yeah, bro, I was like, when he got canceled, it was just something I'm like, oh man, that's so sad and unfortunate. Let me play on the world's smallest violin, because yeah, bro, I don't think there's not one single person that's care. It's like, bro, it ain't like it's gonna be breaking news, drama alert, and all these other different. I think they'll be talking about what he did, but overall, as far as, and that's the thing too, where if he is caught up in anything, that's always gonna follow him. That it's pretty much like, how like when a criminal, when they undid some old crazy crime, and then if they did something else, then it's all like that one particular crime that they did, always going to be brought up. So let's say, for an example, he comes out, my biggest hater, he comes out with another bad video. And let's say it's bad enough to where like Keemstar and all these other different like content creating news outlets, they get wind of it. They start seeing him and stuff. That's gonna be the one thing that they bring up, that he defended a pedophile and was trying to, and he was trying to get with them. And I'm like, bruh, and that's the crazy thing about it too. So when he was asking the girl to come up to his hotel room for drinks, he was in a relationship at that time. And then when he defended the pedophile, he was in a relationship. And it's like, bruh, I just, because, and so the whole thing with the defending the pedophile, he was having an inappropriate conversation with her too, talking about, oh, would you like to see, I'm wording it differently because I don't know what the guidelines are when it comes to explicit words with podcasting, but he was like, do you want to see my private parts? But the way that he worded it, it rhymed with rock. And so he was like, yeah, do you want to, see, replace the R letter with the C and stuff. And then he sent the girl that was the pedophile. This is who he's talking to about, like, wanting to see private parts and stuff. And he sent her a picture of a chicken. And I'm like, why is that? My thing is this: do you see news reporters when they're interviewing people, do you see them having inappropriate conversations? Because I just remember the one time when I talked to a news reporter, it was just, okay, this is what we're gonna talk about, and then we went forward and stuff. And so that's why I'm like, yeah, it just, I found it weird. I just found it extremely weird. But I guess, yeah, you got some people out there where it's like, they just weird like that. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. And my advice to just any hater, it ain't even gotta be my haters, but just somebody that's out there hating. My thing is this: if some stuff happens with you, be prepared to talk about it with any and everybody. It's like, you got to stand by that stuff. And but if it's some crazy stuff, then I don't know. I think it'll be best don't go down the path that my biggest hater did. Apologize. Show remorse and all that stuff. But if not, then yeah, I guess say goodbye to your career if you have one. But anyways, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.